Wondering what's next in your business or personal life? Welcome to Success to Significance, Life After Breaking Through Glass Ceilings, a podcast dedicated to helping you with all of life's challenges, discoveries, and opportunities. Whether you're seeking a new career, retirement, or simply wanting to make an impact in your community or the world. Join Jen Duplessis and her guests as they explore how to start, what to do when you're in the thick of a change or growth, and how to leave a mark in this world after breaking through your next achievement. You are moments away from the aha you've been seeking.
Hi there, and welcome back to Success to Significance. My guest today is Maria Angelova. She is an MBA who is a disruptor. She's an author, motivational speaker, a body-mind expert, Pilates teacher. God bless you, because and founder and CEO of Rebellious International. She's on a mission to change the face of the wellness industry through shifting the self-care mindset for consumers and providers alike. So I want to welcome you to the show, Maria. I'm so delighted to have you here finally.
Yes, thank you, Jen. I am so excited to be here with you today. Thank you so much for having me. I'm grateful for the opportunity.
Yeah, of course. So tell us a little bit about your background. I know, that you are really heavily involved in, look at your beautiful arms. If you're listening and not watching, you need to go over to YouTube and watch her beautiful, and notice I have things covering mine. And it's so funny because I'm a ballroom Latin and swing dancer, and I know you're Latin, you love Latin dancing and stuff. And so the tops of my arms are great, but the bottoms are not so good. And I'm just, approaching 60. I think that's just part of it too. And, all of that, but, give us a little bit of background on your story of why, fitness is so important for you, or this connection of mind, body, spirit, physical. What was your glass ceiling that you broke through?
So first of all, you look amazing, Jen. So I think it's so important for us to embrace as our body changes as we age, right? Things will change. Things won't look the same. And I think there is power to embracing as things changing and being vibrant and doing things that we love, such as ballroom and Latin dancing. But, my view on fitness was actually very different. I used to be that type A personality that goes to the gym and has to do the hardcore workout, the boot camp type of class, the high intensity, burn so many calories and so forth. And when I discovered Pilates, I was like, what is this? Like, it's slow. I didn't sweat. It was different.
Yeah.
And it took me a second to realize what it is. And Pilates is something that really changed my life, because it was that hour of full body-mind connection, only thinking about what I'm doing, how my body is feeling, what muscles are working, and it allowed me to quiet this.
Yeah.
As a result, it really changed my life. I went from having a corporate career to being an entrepreneur, and as I say, living life on my own terms. And now what I teach people is that, of course, we all want to look good and feel good, right? But I think there is more than just looking a certain way. And I think fitness nowadays is viewed so much as a way to lose weight. And yes, I say that's the cherry on top. I think there's such bigger implications of movement and exercise and fitness. And I think a big part of it is how it contributes to our mental well-being, to our vibrancy, feeling, being able to live a full life as we age and staying active. And that's my big mission now, because when people come to me, I teach them that embracing a lifestyle that integrates movement daily will change their life. And our body was designed to move. And it's amazing how I see people's perceptions over time. My clients joke and they say, you brainwash us, Maria. And there's some to that, because I'm constantly repeating the same old, like respect your body, love your body. Tune into your body. What does your body need? And you start developing a totally different relationship with your body, where fitness is something that used to honor your body and to make it feel good, rather than what I used to do, beat it into submission, because I was bullied in actually middle school for having a big butt. And that's what got me into fitness. So fitness was for me, was really kind of a way to abuse my body to make it look a certain way, which honestly, my body would never look like that just because my body is different than everybody else's.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. I mean, you said a lot of things, so your breakthrough, it's interesting because, that's what I love about this podcast is that when we break through glass ceilings for ourselves, it could be a multitude of things. It could be financial, relationships, etc. Your breakthrough was to stop. And believe me, I know, because you came from financial services and so did I, is beating yourself up physically in the chase of corporate world, right? Because you do, you forget to eat, you sit for a long time, you're in high heel shoes all day, your feet are killing you, your neck is horrible. I have pains clear up here in my neck, you have all of these pains, and then you think the way to solve it is to go beat your body up a little bit more at the gym. Right?
You nailed it.
Yeah. And so your breakthrough was
so very well summarized.
Yeah. So because I've been there, look, it's crazy. And so the breakthrough is, hey, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to align my body and my mind. I'm going to give my body a reprieve from all the stuff that it's doing. And yet in that kind of environment, you think it's really the emotional reprieve that you need, but it's actually your body is reacting to that emotion that you have all day long. Because I know I'm more tense when I'm sitting for a longer period of time. And just like dancing, just like working out or Pilates, when I go to dance, everything leaves. I walk in and I'm mad, I'm angry, whatever. And my dance instructor's there smiling, going, come on over here. And we start dancing. And it all just goes away, right? And the endorphins are fantastic. I get more than 10,000 steps in every lesson. So, I'm like, oh, this is really good for us. So I love it. I love this connection between body and mind, that you're talking about. But help us understand this. What if someone is in corporate world and isn't at the place where they're moving from corporate into entrepreneurship? What for them, because this is the significance, the part of our podcast, Success to Significance, is that you want others to experience what you're experiencing. You want to make an impact on their lives and help them see the light, increase the awareness. What can they be doing differently if they're staying in that corporate world? You had the luxury of leaving.
Taking care of yourself doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you're a corporate person, a stay-at-home mom, a caregiver, a volunteer, whatever your role in life, it does not matter. We're all humans. Our bodies were all designed to move. And what I would encourage you to do is, my clients are very well trained now. When they first start coming, the first question I ask them before we start the workout is, how's your body feeling today? And in the beginning, I get fine. Right? There is no much explanation. There is no much thought behind it. It's fine, or this is achy, this is stiff. As they progress through their journey, and this is what I tell them, Pilates is very symbolic. How your body moves is very symbolic of how you move through life. And if your body is carrying stiffness, if it cannot move well, if there is lack of mobility, your body is giving you feedback. Something is out of alignment. You mentioned the word alignment, which is favorite word of mine. So before you go into your workout, whatever your workout is, Pilates, yoga, dancing, whatever it is, running, take a pause and really scan your body and experience, what am I experiencing? Is there heaviness? Is there tightness? Mm-hmm. Have I not slept well? Have I not eaten well? Have I not hydrated? Have I had a really stressful day? And if the answer to all these questions is yes, you probably do not want to have a high intensity, crazy workout, because your body is already in a state of stress. And a heavy workout would now be a stress factor instead of something that helps your body, decompress. So I tell my clients, some days going to be a hardcore workout, other days going to be more stretching, other days is going to be more breathing. But we have to start with the awareness of, what do I need today? And every single day is a different day, right? Some days you sleep amazing, you eat great food. Sometimes you're on vacation, you feel recharged. Those are great days to do something more intense. Other days when life beats you down, it's a great idea to just slow it down. Maybe go for a nice leisurely walk, get some sunshine, whatever works for you, right? Yeah. So it all starts with that awareness, again, regardless of where you are. And also tuning into your body, Jen. It is so important to check in with yourself. How do I feel today? And to also be honest with it, right? Today I feel like crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what can I do to turn that around?
Right. So it's interesting because, look, I mean, honestly, there've been days that in the corporate world where I was like, I do not want to go work out. I do not want to go work out. I went and did a great hardcore workout and I actually felt better afterwards. So I think that I just think it depends on how deep your body is. I mean, sometimes it's in how you feel might be emotionally drained as opposed to physically drained, but so let's just assume that, we have a straight line, right? This is our baseline and our body is aching, right? It's really, really aching. Do we want to try to bring our body back to that balance line? Or let's say our body is, really, really aching below. And do we want to bring it up? Do we want to force our body to bring it up? If we're, pumped and this, that, and the other, do we want to force it to be a little more stretchy? And I say stretchy, just more like meditation, whatever. Or do we follow the way our body is? So do we go counteractive or do we follow the way? If I'm not feeling like working out and everything's aching and I've done the assessment, to scan my body, my assessment is that I'm physically aching. Should I just jump into that? Or because you said you're a disruptor, right? So do I jump into it or do I counterbalance that?
So I think it's very important to be aware of, we all have days where you're like, I just don't want to do anything. I want to turn the TV on and watch series, binge watch on series one after one. Now we might be making excuses for not moving, right? That's very different than today I've had a really stressful day, something really stressful happened. I think it's very important to honor what you feel like you need. So for example, you may have had a day where you're really angry at something that happened at work. So what's a way for you to release that stress? I tell my clients, maybe today is a great day to go do a kickboxing class, right? That's a little bit more high intensity, but it's a way for you to get out what's inside you, right? You might have a day where you feel really sad. And let's say you decide to go on a boot camp class that day. When you go, your body might be screaming like, this just does not feel good. If that is the case, then you're doing yourself a disservice. If you're having a stressful day at work and you go and the workout is like making you feel better, but the point is tuning to your body. How does the workout feel? And again, there is a difference between the muscle is burning, we do want that, right? To, oh my gosh, this is killing my neck, but I'm going to do 5 more reps because I need to finish my reps. Right?
Yeah.
So the first one, go for it. Make those muscles burn, makes those muscles work. The second one, trying to prove yourself that you can push through this, your ego is stepping up probably a little bit. That is not a good idea.
Yeah.
The other thing I would mention about pain is a lot of times when people are like in physical pain, like my back hurts, I can't move well. The first thing that they do is they say, I cannot move because my back hurts. And that's like the worst thing that you can do if you're in pain.
That's me. That's me. Yeah. I just slow it down. I don't do much. I don't bend because it hurts too much. Yeah.
So that's when you have to find little things that you can do, maybe a little bit of stretching, maybe a little bit of Pilates, maybe do some physical therapy, right? Whatever it is that you need, but don't make the pain, because here is how Pilates is symbolic of life, or movement is symbolic of life. Don't make pain be your excuse to not show up, whether it's on the mat or in life, right? Because that's what pain does to us, right? And I say that with all the due respect. The other thing about pain is the mindset of pain. People who are in pain, when you get them to move, they're like, they tense, right? I know it's going to hurt. I know it's going to hurt. I know it's going to hurt. And I tell them, just breathe and do what you can do. So your range of motion might be this big, but let's just mobilize the area, right? Because we're also trained, this doesn't count as exercise, right? It has to be this big to be exercise. No, it doesn't. You just want to mobilize slowly. You want to make it feel good. You want to get stronger. Then you make it a little bit bigger. And people's mindsets start changing because they start trusting themselves. I always tell people, establish a trust relationship with your body. When your body knows that whatever you're going to do is going to make it feel better, it's going to be like, yeah, Jen, let's go. Versus, oh my gosh, she's going to hurt me again. And I'm just going to brace myself and not move because I know pain is coming. Pain is the body's feedback of telling you something is not right. Pay attention. And ignoring pain does not serve us well.
No. And I think, that's even from a physical and an emotional, perspective. We ignore a relationship that's going bad and it will go bad. We ignore, our eating habits and we're going to gain weight. So it's nothing different. We ignore, the signals and it will show up 15 years from now. I mean, that's what I experienced with my back, this is 20 some years of sitting at a desk and crossing my legs and talking on the phone with my head cocked, with the telephone. Yeah. Like the whole thing, and writing and sitting there all day long. I mean, so this is what I'm experiencing now as the product of that. And, the signs were there and I just went and worked out, or the signs were there and I said, I'm too tired, I can't. And then eventually it started going in the direction of immobilizing me, and that's when I couldn't even dance. It was so bad. And that's why I started dancing again. I was like, wow, I'm dancing again because I can move enough. I mean, it was to the point where just stepping with like if you're walking in grass, I couldn't walk in grass because it's uneven. Every step I might go into a little pothole and pain would shoot. Now I'm not like that. But it took a while for me to get past that. I mean, I was just fused. Something fell on the floor. I was picking it up with my toes or sending someone to come and get it because I would not bend down to get it ever. And now that's not the case, but I still have other issues. And I'm sure those that are listening have that too. So tell us about your perfect client and how you help them, because we're doing a video here of, hey, let's do some Pilates, right? Tell us how you help people, not only in the physical, but in, in their business too.
So my clients are usually two types and anything in between. A lot of times people come to me for pain. My back hurts. I have sciatica. My neck hurts. I have a lot of tension. I want to play golf, but my back hurts every time I swing. Any of those scenarios, or people who are really athletic and they want to stay athletic because they don't want to get injured. A lot of the work I do is centered on the core, which is essential no matter what you do or who you are, right? Mm-hmm. Especially as we age, for stability, for balance, but also for decompressing and taking pressure off joints and such. A lot of my clients who come, they tend to be stressed. They have a mind that's constantly going and spinning, and they are not sure what they can do to calm that mind. So they might not be able to sleep. They might, have issues with like digestive issues because of stress. So it's learning tips and tricks, not only to move, but how do you respond to life rather than react to life? And again, it's a very different type of coaching because I use the body as the lever to moving you forward. So if you come and you're very much of a, control and stiff and tight, and your body cannot let go. You mentioned flow versus rigidity. Mm-hmm. That tells me a little bit about the way you exist in life, right? There's probably a lot of rigidity in life, and we all want to flow with life. We want to experience life and live life and enjoy life rather than live it rigidly and react to everything that happens around us. So I leverage your body to what is it telling us about your state of existence. And I teach you to be aware, to read the signs of your body. Oh, I have pain. All right, let's think about that. What did I do? Did I nurture my body right? So it's all about lifestyle and habits and, the basics. I mean, did you eat well? Did you sleep well? Did you hydrate well? Did you move? And all of those. And then how was your day? Mm-hmm. How did you respond to your day? If you reacted to something, why did you react in this day? So I always tell people, if you're having an emotional reaction to something, if something triggers you, makes you mad, sad, upset, or even happy, the flip side, do a little bit of digging inside to why did something trigger you? And you might be surprised to find what, what inside you, what beliefs inside you caused that. And it becomes truly a transformational journey. It becomes one to where you realize how your physical alignment, as well as your mental, emotional, spiritual alignment, how all of that contributes to your life and your state of being.
Yeah.
And it's all about thriving.
And your business. And I think your business, because you're attracting versus, pushing people away, unintentional, subconsciously, you're pushing people away because you're not in the right state of mind. And Yeah, I love that you're
100%.
doing that. So how do we get in touch with you, Maria? What is the best way for someone to get in touch with you if they want to do some virtual coaching with you?
So the best way is to go to my website, which is Rebellious, REBELLIOUS-studio.com. And you can submit a contact form and I will reach out to you. And we go from there. I do consultations so that we make sure that we're in alignment. I always tell people, when you work with me, we're going to start by crawling and figuring out, clients joke. Clients once said, like, I don't wake up really thinking how my little toe is doing, but that's something that you will start becoming more aware of. And then it really turns into a phenomenal workout that is body, mind, and spirit.
Oh, I love it. I love it. When you said crawling, all I kept thinking is, I don't know if I could crawl right now. Right.
It's very interesting because it's very challenging, especially for type A personalities who just want to come and all of a sudden you ask them to do something little and they realize that the mind-body connection is not there, or something little that I ask them to do, they can do it when they cheat and use the wrong muscles, but when they have to leverage the right muscles, their body just doesn't move like that. Right. And I see frustration. Then we talk through that. Like, let's release that. Like, this is symbolic of life. When life doesn't work our way, how do you respond or react to that?
Yeah, I think that's really important. And, I appreciate you saying that part of it. One of the things for me right now, and I'm sure this would be for anybody else, some others that are listening is, as I get older, about ready to get to 60, we just had our 4th grandchild. And one of the things that I always wanted, because I sat with my kids on the floor all the time, we played games, we rolled, we did all that when they were little. And then when I went through this period of time where I felt really fused, where I can't move my body the way I want to move my body, there's no way I'm getting on the floor. I can't even get down there, let alone get back up. One of the things I wanted to do is make sure when the grandkids were born, I could be on the floor with them. So that might be, if you're listening to this, that might be the one thing you want to do, is just help me get on the floor with my grandkids and be there with them, and not be that chair grandparent who like, bring it to me, come here. And they're saying, play a game with me. And you're like, well, we can't, we have to go to the table. And I just refused to do that. And that was what drew me out, to say, okay, I've got to work on this so that when these kids come, I can play with them. I can ski with them. I can play hide and seek with them. I can ride on a golf cart with them on uneven pavement and not go, And so whatever it is that drives you, I think that's what's important. It's not just one thing, not just the whole being. I think one thing could start this whole thing starting for you so that it does become the whole being. So, well, gosh, Maria, really, really appreciate all of your insight. Thank you so much. And we'll have all of the links below so that everyone can get access to that. Really, really appreciate it. So would you like to leave us with a quote or a mantra that we could start thinking about and putting into action?
Sure. Remember that your body is a reflection of you physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So if any one of these aspects is off, your body will tell you, and you have a choice to ignore it, plop some lotion on it, and just say, I can keep going, or take care of it, get to the root cause, so that, like you said, you can experience life fully and do the things that you enjoy to do. I tell my clients, there is nothing sadder if you're fully functional here and unable to move and have to experience that life in a wheelchair or tied to a couch and watch life pass by you. So nurture your body and it will pay you forward.
I love it. My dad used to say, I'd rather wear out than rust out. And there's so many people so many people that rust out, they're trapped. They can't move. I used to be able to this, I used to be able to that. So I'm always making sure that something's right. I'm not perfect at it, but I'm making sure that I'm moving correctly. So thank you again, Maria, for being here. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you, Jen.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate
it. We will catch you next time on Success to Significance.
You've been listening to Success to Significance with Jen Duplessis, the #1 podcast for people wanting to give more value and make an impact. Loved this episode? Be sure to subscribe right now at www.jenduplessis.com/S2S for more stories, strategies, and thoughts to help you gain significance and success. And if you like what we're doing, don't forget to give us a rating and review so we can continue to bring you the best content possible. Join us next week for another breakthrough episode. Thank you for listening.